To the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. On the run, it's Robinson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This defense for the Titans, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, it's Locke. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A big connection on that one. 32 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Steps away. Man open, here is Jones. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A first down carry for Henry. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They'll come out in the pistol. The quick slant caught, and it's a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're on a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd down and 8. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll look to throw. Here's a diving catch right side.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw here. And Sharp calls it in. And he'll be out of bounds.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol.
You got nothing. 56 of mine. 56 is enough.
Robinson. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, 3rd and goal. Robinson again. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack, going to stop him short of the 1st. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll run for it with Robinson. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. The trick play does not pan out here on 4th and goal. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field,
Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw it is Locke. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Now from way back there after the sack, it's 3rd and goal, a long 3rd and goal. On play action, Locke. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
If you rank one from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, one from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Titans. But they will not be able to capitalize as time has run out here on the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night, as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. That's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Block off a play action. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Looking deep for Julio. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Well, they've got it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. Henry. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. Now, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense. And that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is up to 8. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself,
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
and the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Running right through him. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 86 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back?
What you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They look to throw. It's Locke. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Another try after the first down sack. Locke. They set up the screen for Henry. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the fourth.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Henry. Runs over him. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And even 100 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They fake the handoff, now Locke. Well, that's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Locke. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. Touchdown, Titans. Darren Waller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Flush to his right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's 2nd and 10. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jeffrey Simmons in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Quentin Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And twice in a row, the quarterback goes down. This offense needs 2 scores, not giving up 2 sacks.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Titans come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the score.
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never.